Today on the channel from the Retro Playmates Ninja Turtles line, we've got Baxter Stockman, and we got the iconic Foot Soldier.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And today on the channel from the Throwback Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, we've got Foot Soldier and we've got a Baxter Stockman. But for all your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $59 does ship free. Got to get the deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And of course, the Foot Soldier, an iconic army builder from the Turtles line. Really the only army builder for the most part from the Turtles line. So always very cool. And I did have this as a little kid. And of course, Baxter Stockman I did not have as a little kid, but one of the tippy top bad guys I would say in the cartoon history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is one Baxter Stockman. So let's get after it. We're going to start Foot Soldiers and army builders first. It's like your pawns and chess. You're putting them out first. Then Baxter's going to swoop on in and lead the devastation on the back end is what we're going to do. But we got the Foot Soldier here, of course, like I said, an army builder, and I would say probably the most popular of these lines because obviously people are wanting to buy more than one. If a case comes with one of each figure, people are wanting the Foot Soldier. They're going to army build those, so they're going to be the hardest ones to find, and you pretty much see that out at retail. At least I do with my eyes. But we get the Foot Soldier here, iconic Turtles packaging, very 80s Turtle packaging here, very nostalgic for a lot of us of that age bracket, of course, but looking nice in the packaging department. On the back, I'm here for it all day long. Love a file card as well, so they're playing a lot of those 80s hits that I always do love. You got some animation up there at the top as well. You can pause the video if you want to take a look at the old card here on him. But it does say, Portrait of a Foot Soldier, Shredder's right-hand mummy. Birthplace, Catacomb, Nebraska. Beautiful this time of year. 6 feet tall. Are they robots? Are they not robots? That kind of depends on what movie, TV show, or animation you're watching, I guess. But Catacomb, Nebraska. How about that? 175 pounds, 6 foot tall. Age, question mark. Very interesting. But we got all that kind of going on. The animation at the top tells the story of the Ninja Turtles as well. But let's get them out of the package. Let's see what's all going on with this Foot Soldier here. There it is. See you later. Goodbye off to the side. And we get the old plastic prison looking real good in there, looking very iconic like a Foot Soldier would look, of course. Can I cut him out? Can I free him from this prison here? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Not exactly sure. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think we're there. I think we're there. How about it? How about it? There we go. Let's see you later. Oh, almost off the screen. A dangerous see you later. Like a dangerous meeting with merciful fate is what that is. See you later, see you later. All right, Foot Soldier right there. Then we do get the weapons tree. And interesting, my weapons tree folded in the packaging. I'm sure all of them are like that, but it's put a lot of stress onto the clips there, but they will fall out. But you do get the extra weapons here with the Foot Soldier. Got the little gripper here. I don't even know what you technically call this. It almost looks like one of those things for people that are really lazy or disabled or can't get up or whatever the reason may be. But it's a little, grabber pincher. Oh, I need to get that remote control. There you go. You got one of those. Kind of looks like one of those things. Then you do get a big old mace. Very robotic-like mace here, but you do spin that around. Use that as a weapon. And then a knife. Oh, Foot Soldier going to give you one of those right in the side. But we do get a few different weapons here with the Foot Soldier. And of course, you're army building these. Get 3 Foot Soldiers. Give them all their own weapon. There you go. Or go with 4 and have the other one just doing straight up ninja moves. You could do that as well. So we got that going on. Now we get the Foot Soldier here And I remember as a kid, the turtle line was an interesting line. You always had to suspend your disbelief with a lot of toy lines as a kid. Transformers, for instance. A lot of those Transformer figures you played with as a kid didn't look like anything close to what the animated series looked like. G.I. Joe went a little back and forth. They were close enough to be dangerous. Some were a little farther out there than others. But the Playmates turtle line, a little bit more disappointing than some of the other toy lines out there, because the Shredders of the world, the Foot Soldiers, they just didn't quite feel, I mean, you knew what they were going for, it just didn't quite feel like what you wanted. And the Foot Soldier to me always felt kind of like a chimpanzee. Always kind of had the long kind of monkey arms, then the big bend at the knees here, almost looked like a gorilla would walk, kind of something like that. Always had that kind of vibe to me here. And the big old football-like head almost looked like a raisin, like he was right out of the California Raisins or something back in the day as well. So it led a little bit to be desired, I think. And I think a lot of people felt that way about all the Playmates turtles. Very nostalgic. You had what you had. You played with it. But it wasn't quite what your mind believed. So when you were playing with them, you kind of make believe they were different than what they actually are. And that's kind of the beauty of the Super 7 Ultimates line, which are mostly based on these. It's kind of like what you imagine they should have been back in the day. But these do, of course, after all these years, have a lot of nostalgia to them. There's no doubt about it. But let's walk through this Foot Soldier right here. Arms do go all the way around. You got a bend at the elbow, I guess, but it's a straight-on straight arm for this one here. There's no waist articulation, anything like that. You do get side to side on the head, but that is it. Legs go up and back, no side to side, no ankle articulation, anything like that, no hand articulation. You get the forearm protectors on the side there. The gray kind of, almost looks like a potato sack he's wearing. It's tied with a little belt there at the side. Purple at the top, you got the Foot logo on the head. You get those piercing lime green eyes going there. And then you got the purple boots and then the black socks. Sure, socks on this one here. But definitely an interesting one. Definitely an iconic figure. Definitely an iconic personality, Foot Soldier is. But just leaves a little something to be desired. Even when I was a little kid, I knew I wanted more than what this gave me. But like I keep saying, it is very nostalgic at the end of the day. But does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? There is no way he's fitting there. His peg hole is way too big. His hole's been worn out. It's got a lot of room. It's grown to immense proportions. Never going to fit on that. I don't even think it would fit on a Jazzware stand. Nope, we're not fitting on anything. He's not fitting on anything. He's got the biggest hole around. You ask who's got the biggest hole? It is definitely the Foot Soldier at the end of the day. Big hole Foot Soldier won't even stand up. What are we doing? What are we doing? Who knows? I know what we should do. Let's move on to Baxter Stockman. How about that? Let's see what old Baxter's up to. There he is, looking only like a Baxter Stockman could look in a 2023 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles re-release figure. Looking good here. One of the ones I always admired from afar, and now the time has come. I'm going to have him in my collection. Looking pretty good right there. Looking good. There you go. On the back, got that same cross-sell. Got the big old file card, always here for that. UPC's warnings, all the jibber-jabber, Lucky Young Mr. T. Let's see what it says about our old friend Baxter Stockman. The bugling, bug-eyed, wickedly winged scientist. He is 3 feet tall. His favorite sport? Soup swimming. All right. Favorite phrase? Help me. I always like these back cards on all these things. They were always funny. But definitely interesting. He's got a turtle swatter as his weapon. Looking good. Created accidentally in Dimension X by a malfunctioning disintegrator unit. Easy for me to say. He got an avenging frenzy ready to fly up anyone's nose. Interesting. Very interesting throughout. But let's get him out of here. One of these gnarly looking figures from the 80s and 90s where mutation was a real thing we were very concerned about. See you later. You had movies like Swamp Thing. You had this. There was all kinds of mutation movies. People getting changing their properties of their body and chemistry and stuff. It was always an interesting time in the 80s in a lot of ways. And this packaging, very interesting. He's in like a double plastic prison right here. But there's old Baxter looking good. But let me see if I can figure out how to get him out of here. There's one. There's two. All right, we're getting there. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. See you later. Some more. But we'll get these twist ties out of here. Off to the side. See you later. Got Baxter. Got his swatter. Let's get his wings out. How about? All right, we're on a wing. There it is. See you later. Whoa, off the bottom. That almost went dangerous. Could have knocked over the old screen there, but it didn't happen. See you later. All right, let's get down to business. We do get these wings off separately. Love the looks of these. You got articulation up here at the top, articulation side to side on the wings. Beautiful purple color against the gray with the purple accents in the wings. Looks very much like some robotic fly wings is kind of what it looks like. But very menacing, these two three-pronged hands coming at you. And of course plugs into his back, as we do know. So they slide right in there with a little plug as well. Fit in there very, very tight, not going anywhere. I'm here for that all day long. Definitely a cool looking figure here is old Baxter Stockman. Of course, like I said, we do get his fly swatter weapon, a very interesting weapon, no doubt about it. Not sure it really splattered any turtles, but it is what it is. A nice blue color, very similar to Genghis Frog, if we remember our colors from our other turtle unboxings here. But interesting. Not the most iconic to me, but I think we all remember it, so I guess it is iconic. It's just not the most feasible for use, I would say. How about that? There we go. But now we get old Baxter Stockman. Let's walk through the articulation real quick. We talked about the wing articulation. The arms do go around. Got to move those wings out of the way, move the legs out of the way, but it will go all the way around. It's got a little elbow movement right there, side to side on both sides of that. The head, of course, back and forth. No up and down, just back and forth. A little bit of movement to the legs, a little side to side, back and forth. No ankle articulation, anything like that. So that is it for the articulation for old Baxter Stockman. Big old bug eyes going on in, very iconic big bug eyes, that bright orange hair, and then those teeth chattering through against that blue skin. Definitely looking interesting. He's got the white kind of work shirt, professor shirt. You got a sculpted in needle on the side. You got a little tear showing some of his fly guts. I don't know what you would call it. Got a pretty bow tie, though. As mutated as he is, he's still having a touch of class with a yellow bow tie there. Of course, he's got his pants on, and you can see his legs ripping through the jeans, the pants, whatever you want to call them there. Definitely interesting. A lot of sculpted details on these that really some paint could bring out. Like I talked about the syringe here. Paint some of this stuff up. Of course, they weren't going to paint all of this, especially back in the day, but you could really bring out a lot of the highlights, and I believe that's what Super 7 does on a lot of their figures as well. He does have two gripping hands for him, and then, of course, the top, got the big open, splayed-out hands. But definitely interesting. It would be a great one to have on a flight stand in your collection if you needed to as well. You're going to see if he fits on a ringside stand. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Well, what do you know? He fits perfectly on a Mattel stand. So interesting. His hole is just small and tight enough to fit on this stand, where the Foot Soldier, his hole is totally blown out, totally big. No room for that. Just kind of the way it goes there, I guess. But two bad guys to fight with your turtles. Two iconic characters of the turtle universe. Not a bad day at the office for either of these figures. Two very enjoyable ones. Hitting Walmart stores right now. Of course, Entertainment Earth will have them. If they don't have them already, they will eventually, so check them out as well. But very cool to have these after all these years, I should say. Baxter Stockman especially, but very fun to have these. And I'm going to have all these on one shelf in my display. That is the plan, at least for now, until plans change, and they always kind of do sometimes, it feels like. But let me know your thoughts on these two. Did you pick up Baxter? You picked up the Foot Soldier? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day and then some. And we got more content for you, including early access to videos like this over on the old Patreon channel. Patreon, your best way to support the channel and all the content. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Foot Soldier and Baxter Stockman, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.